Back, everyone. Last on the plaza this morning is a woman who is no stranger to the stage or opera. Yes. Oh, Ivan's going to love this one. We have a nationally known opera singer, a soprano, actually. Oh, yes. The Vice President of Engagement of Opera Delaware, Kerriann Otano. Welcome, Kerriann.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
You can hear it in her voice. Oh my God.
Tell you know she's an opera girl as soon as she starts talking. Yeah, that's right.
We are so excited. As soon as Kerriann walked in, her energy, I mean, you're vibrant. I mean, the energy walked in the room with you, and I was like, ooh.
Energy came first, then she came
and I was like, ooh, this is exciting.
Well, you know, let Jesus go into the room first.
Yeah.
So bring that energy.
She's preaching today.
Yes, I love it. And then Kerriann introduced herself, and then I was like, oh, Ivan is going to love this
Ivan's
one.
my people.
I love the energy. Right. My energy says hi.
Right there with you, babe.
Well, Kerriann, obviously, I'm super excited to have you on the plaza. But before we dive into Opera Delaware, why don't you share with our viewers a little bit about who is Kerriann Otano?
Absolutely. So I'm new to Delaware. I've been here for about 7 months.
Okay.
I was a professional opera singer for a decade. I lived in Milan. I toured in Ireland. I sang at the Metropolitan Opera and the Kennedy Center a lot. I had a really exciting career, but also it is hugely mentally and emotionally debilitating to be traveling all the time, to be living out of a suitcase and not really have any ties to your community. So for me, when I was singing at the Metropolitan Opera, that was when I experienced the lowest point in my mental health. It's terrifying to put that amount of pressure on yourself to sing perfectly. And I think that the key to protecting our artists is getting them more involved with the community. So here at Opera Delaware, it's really important to me to introduce the artists that we bring in to the people who are going to be in the audience. I want you to know these artists. I want them to be a part of this community, and I'm sort of I'm entering the room first to prepare the space for them, but it's really all about making the opera feel like a space of belonging for audiences. That you're going to understand these stories, that we're going to experience them together. There are no dumb questions in opera. You know what to wear to the opera. You know what to do with the opera. There's a lot of limitations that people put on themselves, and they think that this is not a space for them. And as a biracial girl from New York, I'll tell you that my family did not think it was a space for them when I was coming up. And we have the power to change that.
That's right. I'm with that 100%. And that's been one of the biggest things since the pandemic here is, like Opera Delaware and other venues were saying, like, how can we get more Black and brown people involved in what we do? It was never a thing here, right? It was never, you're on that side, we're on this side. But I can see that more, and I can appreciate it, more and more every day, that people are trying to bring people along, like, yo, you gotta hear this. Like, this is a whole nother spin to opera, right? Like, and I'm here for it. I'm here
absolutely.
for it.
Yeah, because it's not just about making, we have a lot of programs at Opera Delaware. We make tickets available on tiered prices, right? So if you're a part of a Delaware nonprofit, you can get tickets for $10 off, for 50% off, or completely for free. And I will tell you why. I think that we need to hear from our community about what's kept you away from opera and about what you're looking for in a night out. I think I'm tired of people saying, I go to New York for my entertainment, I go to Philly. Nah, we got it right here. Okay, we got a theater, we got ballet.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
No, that's the New Yorker that just came out. My family's from New York. I know the New Yorker just came out. Watch out.
We got it for you right here in town, and I want people to feel a pride and an ownership about that. So I think by providing these tier tickets, we're able to ask our community, as they claim the free tickets, we send out a survey. Hey, what are you looking for? How often do you go to the theater? What are you looking for in a night out? What are your expectations? Because for me, when I read these comments from people, they're saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to wear. You know what? Turn up, baby. You're supposed to look great at the opera. It doesn't mean spend a lot of money. It doesn't mean rent a tux. It means, how do you like to dress to be seen? We're going to have a red carpet runway. We're going to have, America, a red carpet runway. I want you taking pictures and showing off how you dress at the opera. It's about you. Everything about opera is participatory. It's fun. It's not to sit there and be quiet and watch. We want to hear you clapping and laughing and participating. I want to make these stories comfortable for you, and then I want you to come and rock with me.
Well,
Delaware is freaking changed. Just
they hired the right person. Let me just tell you, Opera Delaware, whoever was in charge of hiring Kerriann,
get them a raise.
Nailed it. Really, because just your passion alone talking about Opera Delaware. I mean, I can't wait to go to the opera.
I'm ready too. I'm like, oh shoot.
I'm like, I want to go be a part of that red carpet event. I'm ready to. I'm dressed. I'm thinking about my outfit,
Girl, I'm
planning
thinking
it,
about
the
my
hair,
shoes.
the whole look.
Right. No, but that's important that you're painting that picture for everyone that's tuning in, listening, that the opera can be fun. It's not boring.
No.
It can be fun, and that's what it's all about.
You know, Vincenzo, when you look at the opera and the Met and everything that's going on, like in New York, right?
Right.
I see that she's going to bring that here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I see what she's doing. I got what she's doing. I want to know, how the heck did you get here to Delaware? Like, was it a national search? What was it?
My boss, Brendan Cook, recruited me, and we created this position. It doesn't exist at any other opera company.
Because they knew that they needed to have your energy here, so they
to have
created
a vice president of engagement. I was advocating a lot for mental health for singers. I was advocating a lot for getting singers more involved in the community. And then as I got to this community and started talking to people and realizing the things that kept them away from opera were things that I am in position to change. I have the power to change these things that make you feel like you don't belong in my space, a space that I love.
So what you mean to tell me is your gift will make room?
Yeah.
Oh, you see what I did there,
The
right?
abundance.
Go ahead.
I'm saying abundance.
Oh, that's offering around. Let's get it.
I love it. I love it.
So I'm so excited for our opening night of La Traviata, which is on March 31st.
Yes, let's talk about that.
We're having this opening night micro gala. Again,
Okay.
never been done in the first date, but never been done anywhere.
Really? Okay.
And the reason that we're doing this is because I want opera to feel like a party before you even hear the first note sung.
Right.
So for the 2 hours before at the Grand Opera House, that's when we're going to have our red carpet runway. We're also having food from Bacchetti Brothers. We're having a lovely Italian spread. We're having a competitive poker tournament. $1,000 grand prize, because gambling is a big part of the opera La Traviata.
Didn't know that.
Right? So I want you kind of getting in that mindset. La Traviata tells the same story as Moulin Rouge and Pretty Woman. You know this story.
Yes.
So come and have fun at the Grand Opera House for 2 hours, and then experience an opera that, yes, it's in Italian. There are translations right above the stage, but mostly these artists are there to tell you the story. You're supposed to get it from the music, from the staging. That's my job, to make you get it.
All right.
So I just need you to turn up.
I'm
I
gonna
just
be
need
there.
you to be there.
I'm gonna be there. I'm
Okay.
going.
Well, let's talk. When's the date?
March 31st is
Okay.
going to be the micro gala and opening night of La
Opening
Traviata.
night. Okay, so
You're
that's
not going to
the
be able
night.
to miss me. I will be in a polka dot ball gown, probably with an eye patch. Don't worry about it. It's opera. Dress how
love
you want to
this.
dress. Dress to be seen at the opera.
Make a
Okay.
statement.
Make a statement.
You know what? I'm going.
You gotta go.
Are we doing this?
I am going, and I'm going to call my tailor and be like, bro, I'm going to need something that go
You gotta
bam,
look
pop,
sharp.
boom, pow.
Yes.
And I am freaky. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk. So you got to come back the day, that Monday, and
Yes.
talk about it.
I
Yes.
want to show, honestly, let's show a whole slideshow of the best looks from the micro gala, the red carpet runway.
Najee, you
Y'all,
hear that?
right?
After the gala, she's gonna come back and do the best looks, right? Oh, we need it. You know what we need? Oh, you know what we need? And then you let me know if we can pull this off.
Anything for you.
Okay.
You know how on the guy comes with the camera and they pose, right? Huh?
No,
what you
listen,
think?
you're thinking that we got a big budget. I'm going to
No,
tell
no,
you,
no, no.
we're a nonprofit.
We get it. We get it. But you know what? A lot of things doesn't have to do with money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's experience.
And creativity to figure out how to make someone.
The money always come in the sequel. Remember that? You know, money always come in the sequel.
Yes.
That's what Jason 2 was awesome, right? Right. They had a low budget the first time, but just think if we did something like that, like the Who's Who come up, what you wearing, because you're doing you want fashion, right?
I want fashion.
And they stand in front of the DETV camera and they just slow motion
I
turn.
love
Yes.
that.
Boom. Can we put
I
that
want
together?
it to, yes, and I want it to be the look that you have in the back of your closet that you're like, oh, that's too fancy for me to wear. Wear it.
Okay.
Wear what
All
makes
right.
you feel gorgeous.
We good
You
with
know,
that?
Wear what makes you feel cool.
You good with that?
Yeah,
Like start right here and they move all nice and they move and,
Look,
and it's
slick.
all in slow motion.
I
Let's
love
go.
it.
That's our version.
Give people a show.
Right, but now you're elevating, and that's what's most important. You're elevating the
welcoming,
event
yeah.
and welcoming. This is so great. I'm so excited
excited
about
too.
this.
Jesus.
This event. I mean, Delaware is on fire.
Yeah.
Yes. All the events that are happening. It's just really exciting to see that so many organizations, so many businesses, so many nonprofits are really putting together some quality events that you don't need to go outside the state. You could stay right here.
Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere else. So let's talk a little bit more about Opera Delaware, if you don't mind.
Yes,
I know we
absolutely.
talked about the specific event that's happening on March 31st.
I can't wait.
Talk about what Opera Delaware offers and other, other events that are happening, or if there's a need for Opera Delaware.
Yes. So Opera Delaware is the 11th oldest opera company in the country.
11th.
In our first, right here in the first state. For me, that is a very big deal.
Yes.
That is an honor,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Oh, yes.
That we've been kicking around for so long. And it was founded on the idea of making opera for all. It was founded on the idea of that the people making opera should be representative of the community. Today, we're talking about making opera for all in who we serve.
Right.
We bring in top-tier talent from across the country. We bring in people that you would never get to experience. And here they are right here in your town. And so now it's about who we serve, who we're connecting to, creating that sense of belonging. We did this year, for the first time, we got money from PNC Arts Alive and Laffy McHugh. We got money to host Pop-Up Opera, which is our outdoor opera for students, for schools, for community centers.
Right.
5 free performances. And instead of us deciding internally who those 5 schools were going to be, we put a call out to the community. We said, nominate your favorite schools.
There you go.
Got 40 schools nominated for this program.
Yeah.
40 schools who want to have opera for their students, and then reading the reasons why, right? Because these teachers are working so hard. It's tremendously inspiring. That's what Opera Delaware is going to mean to this community. We're going to keep initiatives like that going.
Excellent, excellent. I love that.
So you're known. See,
Don't you dare!
Are you ready?
Don't you dare!
I warned you, Kerriann.
Look, you are known.
What am I known for?
You are known.
What am I known for?
For being the amazing soprano.
I am.
Right. The transition to VP.
Yeah.
Like, was it hard? Was it easy? Well, what was it like for you?
Yeah, I think that some people, there are lots of different reasons to be in the spotlight, right? I like to be in the spotlight as a singer because it was so fun, right? It's so fun and so joyful to give people this gift that you have. My mom would always tell me, it's a gift. You have to share your gift. I think that in my role as vice president, it's a better use of my gift because my gift really is energy.
Yeah.
My gift really is enthusiasm and spreading that joy. For these artists, I want to hype them up. For this audience, I want to hype you up. This is a space for all of us. And so the transition for me felt like my calling.
It's coming. It's
like
on the
my
way.
calling, you know?
Yeah.
I want to hear the powerhouse.
The powerhouse? You want to hear the
I'm like,
powerhouse?
Ivan,
Okay,
ask her.
let's do this. Let's do this. First, so because we got to get out of here, right? So I'm gonna need you to, if you could take us out. But first, we want to give a total shout out to my main man, Ty here, that was running the teleprompter. And today's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Ty.
We really appreciate you. Okay. Powerhouse.
Okay, listen, she's just going to give you a little lick.
You
Ready?
give us a lick, and you take us out.
People
So-
used to pay me a lot of money for this. I'm just
I
saying.
get it. We're going to give you a tax write-off on
We
this
have
one.
front
Look,
row seats.
Front row seats. Look, thank you so much for tuning in to DETV. Good morning, Wilmington. Again, before you go, give a shout-out to all our guests.
Yes.
Because I know you remember everybody.
No, yes, that's right. We have Erica Allen from the Doula Foundation, Do Care Doula Foundation. We also had Andrew McKnight, the Challenge Program.
Awesome.
I try to help you out. I got your back, Ivan. Don't worry. But thank you to everyone that tuned in. Also, Portia.
Yes.
Thank you for Portia for joining us on the plaza earlier, and congratulations to all the Delaware Dancing with the Stars participants because we were so excited to root for our own Ivan
That's
Thomas.
right. That's right.
All right, Ivan.
And one more time, can you, this your camera, tell them about your event, and then you can go ahead into it and just take us out.
All right, let me give you some. March 31st, we're going to be at the Grand Opera House for opening night of La Traviata with the opening night micro gala. Head to operade.org to get your tickets. We are going to sell out for this micro gala because the party is going to be lit. And I'm just going to give you a little lick. Now, I'm telling you, these opera singers you're going to see are top tier, so I'm just a little preview. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello. We can't wait to see you at the opera. How'd I do, baby?
Girl, we'll be back. Oh my goodness, I felt that.
Right?
Right?
Thank you.